Hello, thank you for watching this video. I'm Remy Baker. Today I'm going to talk to you about 11 signs that you are dating a narcissist and some tips on how to get out. Okay, so when someone posts one too many selfies or flex pictures on their dating profile or talks about themselves constantly during a first date, we might call them a narcissist. But a true narcissist is someone with a narcissistic personality disorder, and it's a mental health condition, and it's characterized by an inflated sense of importance, a need for excessive attention and admiration. And this is very, very, very important. It's lack of empathy for others. They have absolute zero empathy for others, and they always have troubled relationship, whether it's romantic or day-to-day workplace relationships, generally troubled relationships. So what it boils down to is selfishness at the extreme expense of others, plus the inability to consider other people's feelings at all. So there are 9 official criteria for narcissistic personality disorder, but I will talk about that in another video. But I just want to talk to you about the 11 signs that maybe you are dating a narcissist, maybe you are with a narcissist. Okay, number 1, they are charming they are very charming at first. It starts as a fairy tale. Maybe they texted you constantly, or they told you they loved you within the first month. Sometimes, some experts call this as love bombing. Well, this has happened to me. There was a guy that I dated. He proposed to me in 6 weeks. He gave me a beautiful diamond ring in 6 weeks, and he told me that he loves me, wanted to marry me. Anyway, I'm not with him, and I'll tell you the reasons why later in another video. Okay, maybe they tell you in the beginning that how smart you are, and emphasize how compatible you are, even if you've just started seeing each other. It's only been a couple of weeks. Okay, narcissists think that they deserve to be with other people who are special, and that special people are the only ones who can appreciate them fully. Okay, but as soon as you do something that disappoints them, they could turn on you, and usually you will have no idea of exactly what you did. How narcissists treat you or when they turn on you actually has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own beliefs. So, advice. If someone came on too strong at the beginning, be wary. I'm sure we all love to feel lusted for and loved, but I'll tell you something. Real love has to be nurtured and grown. If you think it's too early for them to really love you, it probably is. Or if you feel like they don't know enough about you to actually love you, they probably don't. People with narcissistic personality disorder will try to manufacture superficial connections earlier on in a relationship. That's a sign to watch out for. Number 2, they hog the conversation, talking about how great they are. So narcissists, they love to constantly talk about their own accomplishment and achievements with a grandiose. They do this because they feel better and smarter than everyone else, and also because it helps them create an appearance of being self-assured. Narcissists exaggerate their accomplishments, and they embellish their talents in these stories in order to gain adoration or admiration from others. But at the same time, they're too busy talking about themselves to listen to you. The warning is 2-part here. First, your partner won't stop talking about themselves, and second, your partner won't engage in a conversation about you. So, something to ask yourself: what happens when you do talk about yourself? Do they ask follow-up questions and express interest to learn more about you? Or do they kind of make it about them once again? Okay. Number 3, they feed off compliments. Narcissists may seem like they are super self-confident in the beginning when you meet them. They all act like they're very confident. But most people with narcissistic personality disorder actually lack self-esteem. And they need a lot of praise, and if you're not giving it to them, they'll fish for it. So basically, narcissists use other people who are typically highly empathetic. I'm a very highly empathetic person. Too much empathy. And I have attracted a lot of narcissists in my life, and I'll talk about that later in another video. So why do they do that? You know, why do they use people who are highly empathetic? Because they need that supply, the supply to their sense of self-worth, and make them feel powerful. Because of their low self-esteem, their egos can be slighted very easily, which increases their need for compliments. So a tip for you: so people who are actually self-confident won't solely rely on you or anyone else to feel good about themselves. The main difference between people who are confident and people with narcissistic personality disorder is that narcissists need others to lift them up, and lift themselves up only by putting others down. So two things people with high self-confidence do not do. So what narcissists do is they punish everyone around them for their lack of self-confidence. And this one, number 4, is they lack empathy. Lack of empathy, or the ability to feel how another person is feeling, is one of the hallmark characteristics of a narcissist. They lack the skill to make you feel seen, validated, understood, or accepted, because they don't grasp the concept of feelings, you know? They don't do emotion that belongs to others. So does your partner care when you've had a bad day at work? If you had a fight with your best friend, or you had an issue with your parents? Or do they get bored and when you express the things that are making you mad and sad? You see, like, this inability to empathize or even sympathize is often the reason why many, if not all, narcissist relationships eventually collapse, whether they're romantic or not, you know, any kind of relationships. Number 5, they don't have any long-term friends. So narcissists, they don't have any real friends. If you dig deeper into their connections, and you may notice that they only have casual acquaintances like buddies, they trash talk, and you know, just people that have just met recently, they're their best friends. They don't have any best friends. So what happens then is they will lash out on you when you want to hang out with your friends. They might claim that you don't spend enough time with them, make you feel guilty for spending time with your friends, or, you know, put you down for the types of friends you have. So questions to ask yourself: how does your partner treat someone they don't want anything from? Does your partner have any long-term friends? Do they have or talk about wanting a nemesis? Okay, number 6. Maybe at first it felt like teasing, but then it gets mean and becomes constant. They pick on you constantly. Okay? Suddenly, everything you do, from what you wear to what you eat to who you hang out with and what you watch on TV, is a problem for them. They'll put you down, call you names, hit you with hurtful one-liners, and make jokes that aren't quite funny. Their goal is to lower other self-esteem so that they can increase their own, because it makes them feel powerful. What's more, if you react to what they say, it only reinforces their behavior. So a narcissist loves a reaction. It's because it shows them that they have the power to affect another's emotional state. So a warning sign to look for is if they knock you down with insults when you do something worth celebrating. Get away. Say, a narcissist might say, like, you are able to do that because I didn't sleep well, or some excuse to make it seem like you have an advantage that they didn't have. So what is the narcissist actually doing here? They want you to know that you are not better than them, because to them nobody is. Okay, number 7, they gaslight you. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation and emotional abuse. You have to watch out for this. It is another hallmark of narcissism. They blatantly lie, they falsely accuse others, they spin the truth and ultimately distort your reality. So I'll tell you some of the signs. So you no longer feel like the person you used to be. You feel more anxious and less confident than you used to be. You often feel or wonder if you're being too sensitive. You feel like everything you do is wrong. You always think it's your fault when things go wrong. You're apologizing often. You have a sense that something's wrong but aren't able to identify what it is. You often question whether your response to your partner is appropriate. You make excuses for your partner's behavior. I've seen this so many times over and over again in many people. They make excuses for their behavior. You know, they do this. Narcissists do this to cause others to doubt themselves as a way to gain superiority. You know, narcissists thrive if they want to be worshipped. So they use manipulation tactics to get to you just to do just that. So that's 7. I will make another video of the remaining signs that you're dating a narcissist, and I will also talk about what you could do to get out of such an abusive relationship. Until then, see you. Bye.